All right, welcome back. It's still Journalist Hangout on TVC News, and I'm Emmanuel Akindubo. I've got Babajide Kolade Utitoju and Chris K. Nwandu as our panelists on the show today. And of course, we're looking at trending issues across the world. And of course, our next conversation will be in Ondo State, where the embattled Deputy Governor of the state, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has joined the growing list of those facing various forms of crisis in their states. Members of the State House of Assembly have initiated an impeachment process against Aiyedatiwa over alleged gross misconduct. Some lawmakers signed impeachment notice against the deputy governor, who was alleged to have approved 300 million naira for the purchase of a bulletproof SUV for his personal use while he was the acting governor. That was when Governor Rotimi Akeredolu was away on medical vacation. Well, our correspondent Aiyedatiwa has more on this report.
This latest saga is coming more than a week after the media aides of the Deputy Governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, was sacked. What started like a rumor is gradually coming to reality, and the State House of Assembly appears to have commenced an impeachment process against the Deputy Governor. The impeachment petition was initiated during a plenary session and signed by 9 of the lawmakers alleging the Deputy Governor of gross misconduct. The majority leader, Oluwole Ogumola Suyi, who moved the motion, quoted Section 188 of the Nigerian Constitution and stressed the need to write the Deputy Governor over the allegations.
I move a motion that the allegation of misconduct against the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Aiyedatiwa, according to the Section 188 in the Nigerian Constitution, I hereby move a motion that this Honorable House shall write to the Deputy Governor of the allegations leveled against him.
The Speaker instructed the Clerk of the House, Jayola Benjamin, to write the Deputy Governor demanding its response to the allegations leveled against him within 7 days.
Do the needful on this allegation of gross misconduct against the Deputy Governor of Ondo State and the Governor of Ondo State and the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The House should do the needful.
The Deputy Governor has 7 days to reply the petition written by the lawmakers. Aiyedatiwa, TVC News, Akure.
Well, Babajide Kolade Utitoju, let's go into the issues now. The allegations are quite in the know that the deputy governor, while he was the acting governor, made some moves, which many of them thought was beyond his capacity, even though he was the acting governor. But BK will break it down for us. What is the process that could lead to the impeachment of an elected official like a deputy governor?
Well, the one good thing about the Constitution is that it sets out the parameters to use. You cannot, as the House, sit in judgment over your own matter. It's the chief judge. The chief judge has the responsibility of investigating and determining whether indeed this fellow has committed all those allegations that the House has come up with. Some years ago, former governor of Nasarawa State, Al-Makura, the House wanted to remove him, but the chief judge was loyal to him. That was where the impeachment was frustrated. And I also recall what happened with Fayose. The attempt to impeach Fayose in 2006 also failed because the House knew that the chief judge of the state may not play ball. So what the House then did was to go against the Constitution by suspending the Chief Judge of the state and put someone else in his place. That was what created the constitutional crisis at that time, that eventually invalidated the so-called impeachment of Fayose. When you hear that Fayose was impeached, his impeachment was not known to law. It was a waste of time because the Supreme Court ruled that he was not impeached because you have no power as the House of Assembly
To impeach.
to sack or suspend a chief judge. That is the responsibility of the NJC.
NJC, absolutely.
Because it's a different arm of government. It's a different arm of government.
It's not there. It's not under you.
Yes. So for that reason, for taking a decision of removing the man who is the legal chief judge of the state, everything that they did in respect of Fayose's impeachment amounted to empty gas. So the House, the chief judge will be the one to come up with the report and actually say, okay, we have looked at all of these infractions. Indeed, this person is guilty or is not guilty. If the chief judge says he's not guilty of those offenses, that is the end. That was what happened with Al-Makura. Despite the fact that the PDP had overwhelming majority in the National State House of Assembly. He was of, he came in from CPC. You know? But they couldn't impeach him because the chief judge is the chief judge that will set up the committee that will investigate what the House has come up with.
The allegations.
Yes. And then you still must find, even in spite of that, you must find the number. Remember the last time this sort of thing almost happened in Ondo State. They couldn't find the number to impeach Agbola. Agbola survived. What I see going on, and I'm really, really displeased, is succession politics. It's nothing else beyond succession politics that is being played. Some people, when the governor was away on medical
vacation,
yes, some people must have told him, this person is not loyal. It's after your job. But at the end of the day, what will play out is you will see that an attempt is being made to push Aiyedatiwa out of reckoning for the governorship because he too is interested in the governorship.
Succeeding his boss.
Yes, and his boss had initially even said in public that he will be his successor. During the inauguration dinner,
of the second term.
Yes, the governor was said to have declared that Aiyedatiwa will be his
preferred successor. Yes.
You don't make such announcement too early. Remember what Buhari said, that there's a person that I would like to see succeed me, but if I mention his name, they will crush him. Remember that interview with, I think...
English medium.
Yes, he said so at that time. So if you make your intention known too early, you are going to give people a reason to wage war against that person. So I'm not surprised that all this is going on.
All right, BKO, we'll still take more from you, but let me come to CKN. It appears the breakout or the fallout of the relationship between governors and deputy governors is now becoming a recurring decima in Nigeria's political climb. We still have the Edo State issue still raging, where the deputy governor had to run to the court to seek, I don't know whether it's a legal cover, although he has come out to, he has later withdrawn that case against the state government from impeaching him, even though the trouble still lingers. Now we have Ondo State. BKO has mentioned two other instances that has happened in the current democratic setup. What exactly are the contentious issues? And the office of the deputy governor, is it being treated as another political appointment, or there's a way the Constitution can actually strengthen the office of the deputy governor not to be seen as anybody's pushover or at the BS of the governor?
Yes, this is not the first time we're hearing this or we are seeing this. It has happened, in fact, right from 1999 to when you now talk of 2003. not even from the presidency. You saw the problem that OBJ had with Atiku and all the attempts that was made at relieving Atiku. But it's the Constitution, just as PQ have stated, streamline the procedures for the impeachment of a governor and deputy governor. That has been enshrined in 1999 Constitution as amended. But you have seen over the years that most often than not, the governors always treat their deputy as spare tires, quote and unquote, if you know the work of a spare tire. The deputy functions only under what the governor adduced to him. And we see what happened. Is, as I said, in Abia, in the beginning, there was a problem between Ojikalu and Enyine Abaribe. The same Enyine, most people don't know that Enyine Abaribe was a former deputy governor of Abia State, the one that is in the Senate now. He has serious issue with Then you also talk about, even in Kano, Kwakwanso and Ganduje, when Kwakwanso, you can remember vividly, that we are constantly talking about those issues. Kwakwanso, no love was lost between, their problem didn't start now, that he became a governor. And there have been so many like that. And what is happening in Ondo State, what you can call the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. Don't forget the fact that the governor have not come out in any way to say, I want to impeach my deputy.
Or even say
that
anything wrong.
He has not. I don't think he has not. You won't hear him say that.
Well, we've seen some moves. We've seen some moves.
Yes,
media aid has been sacked.
That's why I said the hands of Esau and the voice of Jacob. Now the fact remains. And normally what they use is always the House of Assembly. And there's only one issue that you will see the House of Assembly. They will tell you gross misconduct. That gross misconduct can be from here.
All right, CK, Ondo. All right, welcome back. And of course, we're still looking at all the topical issues. CKN, you were about wrapping up your thoughts.
Yes, I was going to say that they always hide under that phrase, gross misconduct. That word, gross misconduct, can be straight from...
Let's wrap up with this.
Yes.
Is this likely to disturb the peace or the polity in Ondo State? I mean, what's your message to the citizens and all political stakeholders in the state at this time?
Personally, I feel the deputy governor is gone. Personally, that's my personal opinion. If the governor has made up his mind and is working with House of Assembly.
And they have this number.
And they have this number. I think the governor. But I personally, in as much as the deputy may be impeached, I personally thought that whatever, it was the governor that picked the deputy. And he must have seen certain qualities in him. And I believe that for a man to have, that's my personal opinion, for a man to have hold forth for him for the past 3 months, because his inability to do that also could lead to the impeachment of the governor himself, because he has certain time period to be out of the state. And he was there for about at least close to about 3 months or thereabout. So he handed power to, or like what we saw during the good Lord Jonathan Yaradua, which was why we had the amendment of the Constitution to be able to take care of incidents. But I think that, but I will call on the governor. If he has any issue with his deputy, I think he can call him to order, except the deputy himself has made up his mind that he wants to leave.
Okay.
And that is just, I think this can be resolved amicably.
All right. I mean, finding a political solution to the problem.
They will not resolve it amicably.
The deputy is gone.
They reach the point of no return.
That's it.